All right, guys, here we go. Today we are here with Steven, the Indonesia world finalist, and we both kind of played something that a lot of people are either happy that it may get hit or very unhappy because they had to fight us. So, how was Melissa?
Okay, so Melista is actually the problem card is Myrtoa, right?
Yes.
Melista is just the deck that can uh, formulate your deck size into you can mill up your whole deck easier using Melista effect, and that's where the fun begins for us, right?
You're right. Right.
Yeah. So Melista is basically just a loop deck, right? You make your opponent you make your opponent deck out, and it actually does the same thing with Eve. You play with Eve, right? Yeah. So with Matoa, you basically just do the whole loop, and yeah, makes your opponent lose
Yeah.
by not having deck in his cards in his deck, right? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I fully get it. I went into the Eve loop, and like for me, I had to wait one extra turn because I had to stay on. I had to stay on three, go to four, and then start going through the loop. Um, Between the two, they're both very similar. I did have Melissa. I was just too scared to take it because I feel I'll brick and like not. I'll be like stuck and be like, "All right, your turn."
yeah, I understand that about. Uh, the thing is with Eve Loop, it's much more consistent, right? But it's
Yes.
just one turn slower. That's the thing that I don't wanna take the risk. And also, we're gonna talk about this later. You not having any mega colony or CB matchup, are you?
I had Mega Colony matchup in round six, so that was like an instant loss for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I play with Lista because I don't want to auto lose against deck like Mega Colony or CBD, something like that.
100%.
So yeah, yeah, true. But the risk is it's not consistent. That's the thing. So I just have to be some kind of god or something to to make it happen. All it happened, and it did work for me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. So going into your rounds, again, we both are playing decks that take advantage of the main phase of the turn. So the idea of Vanguard being a very battle phase type of card game kind of like leaves the window. There's no interaction for my opponent. We're just performing the loop, doing it like that. Did you have any like moments going through rounds where like your opponent physically didn't want to deal with you? Like they're like done with the situation.
um, maybe for my most of my Swiss round is just I just tell declare how many times if I can do the loop. Most of the times I just declare how many I want, right? So then yeah, my opponent's just gonna just want to give me a shake hand and yeah, call it a day. That's the thing. But for the top cards moment, this is the where I do the whole loop actually, because uh, supposedly the two of the judges there let me declare the loop if I've done it 5 times, right?
Okay.
Then there's one Bushiroad guy, Bushiroad staff came, and he told me to do the whole thing because there's a time limit on the top eight, top four, and the finals. Yeah, so I no complain, and I just do it, I guess.
Yeah, you just did it. Picked up your cards,
Yeah,
played
yeah, yeah,
again, flip it
yeah,
up.
yeah. Just do it
That's
because
crazy.
it's yeah. The thing for me, the hard part is not about the looping, right? The hard part is just where you gonna start the loop. That's the hardest thing. I think the most at that time. And once I can do the loop, and probably take around 5 to 10 minutes to do the whole loop, 30 to 40 decks. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. No, I actually fully agree. Like just getting to the loop is probably the hardest part, right? Like When I played Eve Loop, I had to use Armelia a lot and send back all the Weddles because there's poems where I'm just looking at top card and it's like, oh, a heal trigger I can't use. Oh, not the draw trigger that goes to soul. And like, I'll just
Yeah,
be like,
yeah, yeah.
well, if I keep just calling the top card, I'm gonna mess up. So I have to start like sending back Weddles and hopefully to hit them to keep the loop going. And then when we get there, we have loop and things go through.
Yeah,
At
that's true.
at any point in the tournament, did the idea of having fun leave your mind?
Mm, to be honest, I do understand the deck is kind of degenerated,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, I just want to see if I can do it. I know the deck is not consistent, so yeah, that's my hard point. By from using the deck, right? Because I'm, it's not like I'm gonna win every game. That's what I thought, and yeah, from 10 games I lose because I see no gems at all. Because it's supposed to be like X2 deck. Willie is just not consistent. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy because like I played that. I was like, man, if I don't see gems, I don't know if this deck's gonna move. Right?
Oh man, yeah.
It would scare me. Um, yeah. For me, I think after like round 5, I was just like floating the rest of the day. Everyone would sit in front of me. They already knew what I was playing. They sat down. They looked at me, being like, it's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're just like, hey, something wrong? He's like, I just want to win, man, and I have to fight you. And I'm like, I'm sorry. um,
The Yeah, yeah. That moment probably happened against my top 8 opponent. He was my round six opponent. He was the Mega Colony player, and yeah, he did win against me in the Swiss round because I see no gem at all.
yeah.
And from the top 8, he was like, "I must to face you again. Come on, hey, don't blame me." That's how the plans work, right?
Hey, we're trying to get this card hit. We're trying to get Myrtoa hit. We're putting in the work
Yeah, yeah.
here.
I did put my deck log. You saw my deck log name? Did you?
Um, you said Myrtoa, please ban Myrtoa or something like that. Yeah, yeah, I did
Yeah.
read it.
You put that so I can show to people the problem card is just Matoa,
Oh,
and it
100%.
makes the premium metagame kind of, you know,
No, I
makes
get that.
people don't want to play,
Yeah.
something like that.
Um, so you already mentioned your crazy moments, I think, in Torment, unless you have another one, right? But they made you do the full loop. Did you have to do it multiple times, the full loop, or just that one game?
I did it on the top 8, the one you saw on Twitter,
Yeah.
and the final during the final
Okay.
during the top 4. Yeah, during the top 4, I actually asked my opponent if my opponent can just call it a day. If not, then I just gonna do the loop, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, the top 4 opponent was, he knows the deck does, and he don't want to sit through 7 to 10 minutes to just seeing me do my magic. So yeah, so I just did the whole loop on the top 8 and final. Final is just because they stream me, so yeah, I just need to show the stream how the loop works.
Okay. Well, hopefully that stream gets it banned. I'm gonna be totally honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For me, like my only crazy moment, like luckily I did the loop once in front of my opponent. I called judge, did the loop again, and then I was like, okay, we're good. And my judge would be like, declare how many times you want. And I was like, 50. Just do it 50 times. They'll be decked out by then.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
there was one time where I was playing against Narukami in round 7, so the last round before top 8, and I damaged 3 Weddles into the damage zone.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and I stayed on Ref Raid because I was like, if I can just activate Ref Raid, top 5, like some heals, I can get back into this loop. Somehow survived all these like Narukami strides. revealed the top 5, hit 3 heals, healed 3 times. All my Weddles are now back in drop. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I go into my Eve and I only have like 10 cards left in deck. So I'm like, okay, I guess we're gonna have loops a lot quicker than we wanted it to. But that was probably like the most like scary, like craziest round I had. Every other round, people are like, "Oh, I don't want to fight you," or actually, there was one more. I'm not upset at this guy. I just got kind of like ticked that the change of events happened. But I was
Mhm.
fighting Katrina, and they swung Katrina at me. They only have 4 attacks. They're under Honolulu, and I'm at 3 damage, and I say no guard. I know they run a lot of crits, but like to me, I was just like, if I no guard here, I can guard the 2 rear guards, get to my next turn, right Eve, and they go heal, power rear guard, critical, power crit vanguard, power rear guard, and then critical. And then the person said crit and power to rear guard instead of the crit to the vanguard. Mind you, we all know the crit will go to vanguard. So he was stuck on that decision, didn't change his mind. So I was about to take the damage, and when I'm about to take the damage, he's like, "Oh, crit vanguard."
Okay.
So
Okay.
I didn't call judge. The judge was right there, looks at it, and then like he intervenes into the match, being like, "No, you gave the crit to rear guard." So
Yeah, I understand that.
that judge got another judge. That judge got a staff. Staff got a second staff, and then it went from like 3 people saying that the crits on the rear guard to like the final staff being like all the crits on the vanguard. Let's be honest here. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
okay, that's fine.
yeah.
And so I
He,
ended up taking 3 damage. I hit draw trigger, drew a card, heal trigger, healed one, and then another. So it didn't matter at the end of the day. I'm still in the
yeah,
game.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But like
But yeah,
10 minutes of sitting there just waiting to see if I'm taking 3 damage or two was like kind of ridiculous.
yeah, that's one of your crazy moment. Tell you what, I actually have crazy moment, and it was on top 4 actually. So I I I draw 5, and I see 1 gem only, and until up to I wait. I went second. Yeah, I went second there. Then somehow I stayed on grade 2. I don't want to write grade 3 on opponent. My opponent is on CBD grade 3, and I choose not to write because I don't want him to write something crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I stay on grade 2. I swing side. I still see no gem at all. Okay, my opponent write something, then he attack me. Then the main reason I don't write because I don't have Willista actually. I only have grade 3 heals, so yeah, I don't write. Then I attack his side. Then I check no Willista or gems, right? Then next turn he tries something. It's not really useful. It's just gonna attack for 3 drives, right? Then he actually hit Brandgate OT, right? Luckily I was on 2 damage, and
Yeah.
I still have my heal trigger there. Then yeah, I survived that turn. Then the next turn I draw G assist, and I see Willista there. Luckily, then I write, do the magic, mill 5, still no gems. My deck at that point is around 20 or 25 something, and I tried to find my gems using Seria, check top 3, Seria again, check top 3, Weddle, check 3, still nothing, still nothing. That's my, and I was like, okay, so I stopped at top 4. Okay, not bad, not bad. Then before I die, I still have my last resort, right? I have Ural in hand. I banish 2 Nectaria to banish Myrtoa and Ural, I believe, because I have Willista and Ural in my drop zone. So then I use Ural, bottom Willista, because there's no more Weddle left. Draw 1, I drew Weddle, and I put Seria, use Seria again, check 3, gem. Okay, play gem, mill 5, and I mill 2 gems out of there. And yeah, that's probably my crazy moment, because I thought I'm gonna lose because of my the deck can break easily if I see no gem, right? So yeah,
Right.
that That's my craziest moment there. I
Yeah,
was able to clock that last gem.
that one Weddle saves you, man. I tell you, like
Yeah,
there's times when like I'm calling top card, I have nothing to like replace the field with in my hand, like no Myrtoa, no draw that goes to Soul, no Hanali, no Weddle. And then like I'll get to like the last card to fill the last spot. And if I fill this spot, I can't keep looking at top card calling it. And then I call the Weddle and we're going back in there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I remember at first we've had people say that, oh, Myrtoa is not the issue, it's Weddle. But then I'm like, there's a GB1 grade zero that does the same thing Weddle does.
Yeah, Akari, you mean?
Yeah,
That one is kind of different. That one draw one card. It's a bit different,
yeah.
but
But
similar,
there's
similar.
space to draw one card. I mean, we played the Euro loop, so you just replace that with Euro, then you're pretty much good. I mean, depending if you're playing Eve or not. Um, I think what's probably the next question I got for you is that we everyone's saying ban Myrtoa. A lot of people are saying hard once per turn Myrtoa. What do you think is probably the better call if like Bushy were to look at this video and make a decision on it?
I would probably say ban Myrtoa in premium. That's it. Because if you say hard OPT in uh Myrtoa, like once per turn, right? It will affect V. V did nothing wrong there. It attack. It serves as attack extender in V, and with the new promo come out, the grade 2, it can connect you to one more big column thanks to Myrtoa, right? And you can say you use the grade 2 effect, con plus 1, you bounce 1, call Myrtoa, and you call Tira, say like that. And yeah, we don't want to see V effects just because of the hard OPT. And yeah, that's my call. What about you?
For me, I'm probably like on the same boat like banning Myrtoa. I actually did not think that V would get affected by it. Um, it's 50-50. Like the hard ones per turn for V doesn't sound that bad because once you do Anja's skill and like look through deck, call Myrtoa and activator to get like another unit on board, like it kind of works out at the end. But like
Mm,
I guess you can't use it early to draw more cards or try to like
that's
build a
true.
hand
That's
size, which is kind of like how V kind of feels right now because we got like Anj and Nairos and Favas. So like everything's kind of like put something to soul, draw a card, or call something to draw a card. And even though Myrtoa draws a card, calls a card, it's replacing itself. So it's good at the end of the day. It's another card engine. But other than that, I mean, like I'm kind of shocked we both topped the same weekend. I'm gonna be totally honest. So like the fact that both versions of Myrtoa Loop topped, or not even top, got first. So we had to go
yeah.
through our rounds. We had to beat them. I fought way too much Narukami. I mean, like I love Narukami, and I had to fight it every single moment. And I'm like, so super mad because I'm like, man, I'm really hurting my clan over here. Like they can't even get more love. I mean, then again, if they keep getting more love, they're gonna keep hitting my clan. So maybe it's for the best.
You got your name in there, Never Samurai.
Exactly.
And yeah.
what I
Mm,
what I thought was funny was that my deck log, you mentioned yours saying Myrtoa ban. Mine's just said I could be playing Narukami, and the funny part was second, third, and fourth for Narukami.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw it. It was actually funny because man, your deck is easily can beat Narukami. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Did you? Yeah, that,
I had so many good like I survived like 3 stride turns against Narukami because like they get that one exterminate turn where Front gets plus 20 and I'm like at 2 damage and I'm like, well, you're under Honolulu, so I'm just gonna take 3 and guard 2, call it a day. And then the next
yeah,
turn's
yeah.
like pokes 14, 13, 17, 18. I'm like, okay.
So yeah, so you just got lucky. You didn't meet any mega colony or CBD. Just only once at Swiss Run, right?
So Mega Colony, I fought one time, round 6, and then they made top 8. They fought Narukami, lost to Narukami, and that match was important because that would have been my top 4 match.
Yeah, yeah. You got very lucky there. I understand that a lot. But for me though, I actually made 2 CBD and 2 Mega Colony during my Swiss and top cuts, and my top 8 was Mega Colony, my top four was CBD, and yeah, all of my matchup is actually kind of hard. But for Willista against Mega Colony, it's kind of like a timer going on there. Right?
Yeah.
If they manage to strike Gredora, I lose. So I just have to do it as fast as I can on turn 3 if possible. But I went second. That's the thing. So I need to deny him counterplays for not locking my
Uh
my one color.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really important there. So yeah, that's that's probably my toughest matchup there. My top 8 and top 4 is probably my toughest matchup because I
Yeah.
had to face my bad matchup. Those are my bad matchups, and same for you, I guess.
Yeah, Mega Colony, horrible matchup. Thank God there was two Chaos Breakers in the tournament. They both were like X2 already, so I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about them. I just gotta keep going. All right, just don't match up into Mega Colony. Round 6 fought Mega Colony, was like, hope for the best.
Okay.
And I survived 4 Gridoras. I died on the fourth one. So I survived 3 Gridoras. I died on the fourth one, and it didn't matter because I think their next strike can counterblast 2, and I can't do anything. Like I can't call anything. So I was like, I was kind of glad I survived at least 4 for the most part. But like I still took the loss at the end because like I can't do anything. I can't look a top call. I just stayed on my grade 3, adding more cards to hand to survive. Like it was
Yeah,
lackluster. Gridora's just so
yeah,
busted. Like right next to Myrtoa, I think Gridora needs to be hit because like yeah, I can't play the game as Myrtoa, but like Grand Blue, Royals, Golds, Shadows, Gear Chronicle, they all have to play differently to play around it.
yeah. That's the thing about premium right now. The problem card is Gredora and Myrtoa itself. And
100%.
yeah, I probably need to play. I choose the deck just because I. The only reason I don't play Eve is just because I don't want to instant lose against Gredora. Yeah, and that's probably the Gredora probably need to take a hit also besides Myrtoa. Maybe hit to 1 or 2, something like that. It doesn't need to be banned. It doesn't need to be banned to be honest. But yeah, if it can hit into 1, maybe it will affect. It will make some decks stronger, like Red Blue. It can, yeah, just wait one more turn to do Red Blue stuff, and something
Exactly.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah, so 1 or 2. I two's going to be kind of interesting because I feel like around 2 they already have like minus 20 you and you're like -3 or -7 or something like that. So I'm not 100% on the 2, but like I agree. Like I can't deal with 4 of them. Like it's their only stride. It just stops them. It's kind of like a free Honolulu too, because like you can't call anything on board. You can't do anything about it. So all you have is the unit you call out. So you're already set to like 3 attacks, and then if you play Novas or um, Aquaforce, they're the only ones that
yeah,
like
yeah,
pretty much stand rear guards to
yeah.
swing again.
Yeah, I understand. The problem is the Gredora itself can extend your attack to 4 to 5 times, right? And it locks your opponent while doing multi attacks, which kind of what? Even Optirandus doesn't do that thing, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's the problem of Gredora. If it's only attacking 3 times within that turn, I don't think Gredora is really a problematic card, to be honest.
No.
What do you think about that?
Um, like the way they both work kind of makes it very difficult, right? So like the fact that Gridora can just soul blast or sorry, counterblast 1, turn up a copy of like Obturantis or I mean in my case, like I shouldn't compare it to the fight against Eve because Eve should be hit or like Myrtoa needs to be hit, right? But like they just turn up Harmonics Messiah, so if you damage deny them, they just already have all the damage available to them, so they can wait a turn, which I found kind of annoying because I'm like, so if you don't give them counterblast, they already have 3, and then like G Gridora countercharges for them, and then you have the Moth that countercharges as well. It's like I was like,
Yeah.
so it really doesn't matter how much counterblast you give them, they're gonna be able to still activate Obturanus 2 times as well as Gridora once. So I'm like, that's a little difficult. Um,
But yeah,
yeah,
but you can deny them using Optyrandus by not giving him more than one, right?
Yeah, so if you give them one, they have one damage. They activate Gridora, counterblast, turn up anything face up or up Tyrannus face up. Then they activate the Gentleman Moth, countercharge. Then
Yeah,
counterblast
yeah,
again, activate up Tyrannus. And so they only can do it once. Yeah.
oh,
Just
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
keep
yeah.
a standing rear guard, I guess.
Understandable. Yeah,
But overall, yeah, I'm hopefully Bushy, please. Bam Myrtoa, we got this. I think
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
I think we both proved that the deck can get first and also does not maintain a good or healthy game state in the game.
True, true, true.
I
Yeah,
think my favorite thing about that weekend was when I got to V and I swung with my Vanguard to a Vanguard because that's something I didn't get to do at all in premium.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It felt different, even though that's how the game's played. Like swinging normally to the Vanguard and doing drive checks is like, huh. So that's how you play the game. Okay.
What not to play the game is just you just stand out there and wait for 5 to 7 minutes, like I did there, and yeah, GG,
GG.
GG. Yeah.
There was times I had
Wait,
to
what?
there was times I had to make sure that I wasn't like acting too rude because like I would do the loop and then after showing them the loop one time, I'll be like, "Would you like me to call judge?" Like I just didn't want to be there any longer for him to be like, "Oh, keep doing it," right? I was like, I showed Judge. Judge is like, "Okay, perform it in front of me." I perform it in front of them one more time, and they're like, "Okay, do you understand the loop?" My opponent, yeah, and then he's like, "Okay, how many times do you want to activate it?" I had one opponent say, "Can you just keep doing the loop?" And I'm like,
Mm,
I know why they want me to do it. They want to see if I go through time, like, and then like they'll win
they
because they are low damage, right? But like if that happened, I would probably tell the judge like technically what I'm doing is in the comprehensive rules, and what they're doing in the comprehensive rules is slow playing.
yeah, yeah, that's true, that's true.
So
There, yeah, for my case, there's actually three opponents, three opponents asking me to do the whole loop in the Swiss round and in the top eight. That's it. So in the Swiss round, just was beside me, and when I did the loop, I want to declare how many times. Then my opponent was like, "No, you just keep doing it until deck out." Then then I was standing looking at the judge. Can you do? Can you explain? That's what happened during my Swiss round. Yeah, for my top eight is a kind of difference because Bushiroad staff told me to do the whole thing. So yeah, that's
I
where my crazy moment.
I'm kind of worried that's my fault because like I feel like after I topped in Texas, like the staff recorded it, they sent it to like a group chat that they're all in, and then the other two were like, "Oh, well, we have another one over here. We got to go watch him now. Hey, can you just do the full loop?"
I don't think that's your fault. I don't
Oh,
think that's your fault.
thank God.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It doesn't matter like in that way. Yeah.
I just thought,
It's just because
sorry.
they want to. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you. Um. Maybe they want to see if they give a time limit during the top eight, top four, and final. It might affect the game plan of the Myrtoa deck, EV or Willistar, right? And yeah, so I no complain and I just do the thing. Maybe that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Why the judge wants me to do it? Not the judge, the Bushirat staff wants me to do the whole thing. Yeah.
Right. Right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you have any remarks that you want to say about your weekend and your soon to be trip to Japan?
Yeah, definitely. I will see you in what's in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah. You went to BCS Los Angeles last year?
I went to Worlds in
Oh yeah,
um
you did.
yeah, in Cali. Were you there?
I was there, but I don't
Ah,
see you.
I was
I'm
playing in
actually the
standard. I was
you was
playing
playing
standard.
what?
I was playing standard that year.
And yeah, see, I'm playing premium there. I'm actually the same guy who won BCS Indonesia back in 2022 and this year last week, and yeah. So yeah, I see you at Japan soon.
Yeah.
See you there.
Bring Wallista. I'll bring Eve. We'll take a picture. Okay, we'll put like a little meme being like, in
Deal,
order to
deal,
become the
deal.
heroes of this format, we had to become the villains first. Like,
Yeah, deal. I will come bringing my Willista. Do you think the Willista will got banned at the worst? Not Willista actually, Myrtoa.
Myrtoa. Yes, exactly. Let's say it to Bushy. Myrtoa. Actually, I do think so because we do get one more ban list in January. So
Oh,
that's when we should get it banned. We should get it like, I want to say, luckily early December, if or sorry, late December or early January, and then we get the 2 weeks, so like around the 25th of January should be in effect. But if they don't ban it, I'm gonna be posting on Twitter for like 10 days straight till like I get some remark or be told to stop.
yeah. Would you play it if it's not hit? Would you play Eve?
I'm being told to. So like if they don't hit it, they've already people already messaged me. It's like maybe you should drive the point home a little bit more. And I'm like, but I don't want to play this
Okay,
again.
okay. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I also don't think
But
like I view worlds like regionals to me is very competitive, but then when I get to worlds, it's kind of like a vacation for me. So like
that's me too. Yeah. Same,
so,
same, same, same.
so I don't know if I want to go into a tournament of my vacation playing something like very sweaty when I can just be like enjoying myself playing my favorite deck and all that and then seeing where things go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
But
I will probably.
I did play Eve in regionals because they hit Demolition Dragon and I was just super upset. So like I took it out on the regionals. By
Mhm.
so the ban list came the day before. They said, "Oh, it's sweep command choice restricted with Demolition Dragon," and then I was just like, "What?" And I talked to my friend for a solid moment. It's like I can either play Demolition Dragon for the last weekend I can, or I play Eve and let out my frustration on people. My friend's like, probably let out your frustration, and I'm like, all right, we'll do that.
That's funny. That's funny. But I don't think the Naru ban list is really that harsh. You can still play. I would, if I were the Narukami player, I would definitely choose a Demolition Dragon. How about you?
So I don't think the ban list like affected Narukami a lot. My issue is that I really like Demolition Dragon, and I don't want to have to like take
Yeah,
it out, right? But at the same time, like at one point, I was like, forget it. I just won't play Sweep Command anymore. I'll put back Vowing
yeah,
Sword. I'll get that one stride turn with Stunverse and hope for the best.
yeah. The ban list is not really that harsh, to be honest. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I do have to cut things short for today. Do you have any shout outs you want to say or things like that?
Maybe shout outs for my friend Julius who shows me the deck and how's the deck look, but he didn't make it. So yeah, I show him the way. And shout outs to Good Guy Games, my local, and all my friends that I couldn't mention. And yeah, those are probably my shout outs. And yeah, what about you?
Awesome. Well, I'm probably just gonna shout out my team, Team Eclipse, for having a very good, successful weekend there. Other than me playing something degenerate, Peter got second, and thankfully, like we got a good chunk of people going to Worlds. We have one more tournament because I don't think anyone's going to California, going to Georgia. So hopefully they do well, and I take some good friends up with me to Japan. Other than that, Bushy, please ban Myrtoa. I think I said it enough on this
Yeah,
video,
yeah.
but
I
we need this card gone. I can't play it.
yeah. Okay. I hope the message goes to Bushiro. Yeah, Bam Myrtoa, please.
Yeah, we got this.
That's on what that's what on my deck log name. You can see it on my deck log. Ban Myrtoa, please.
Yes, please. It needs to go. But
Yeah.
that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Please tell me if you guys enjoy. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.